Thanks for joining me, folks. Let's get ready to play. This is session 65 of our campaign now, guys. We are still in, I've got the date up somewhere, the Saint's Day, the 10th of Firemoot, the year 50, 29 days to your court date. You are in the Church of Barrack Thram in Rockhome, after defeating the drow horde that just raided the church, smashed the walls in with ogres and clubs. You defended the church with the King of Rockhome and his son, and the King's men. That battle had just finished. There we are, and you take it away. Stage is yours.
I'm just searching for evidence that they used ogres to smash the wall in. I thought they just used clubs.
Is anybody hurt?
Ogres with clubs, not ogres and clubs.
I think you have a couple of people a little bit hurt. Oh no, I don't think you do. No, don't think so. Ah yeah, you've got Bardrak, Thunder Mace, and Wildgrick, Copperforge. A couple of guys been hit a little bit, duking it a little bit. Nobody seriously hurt. Nobody in your party, anyway.
Yes, there's plenty of clerics about, so...
You're surrounded by clerics.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, I should have said it beforehand, but it was bookkeeping.
Rolling hit points. Yeah. Kiara leveled up in between sessions. Kiara's like level 8! Congratulations,
Sorry,
level 8. Aye, roll hit points. You have 1d6, and I think you get +2 from your con, if I remember correctly. It'll say on your sheet.
Can I just roll in roll 20? Does anybody mind?
No, roll 20 is best, because that's what I'm showing on the screen, eh?
Right, so what am I doing? 2d6?
No, 2d6, 1d6, but I think you've got +2. Check your character sheet, it'll say in Constitution hit point bonus. I think you've got quite a high con, so I think you do get a plus on this. I've not got your sheet open.
So I'm just getting open now, sorry.
Okay.
So what is it I'm looking for?
Constitution, on that row, it'll say hit point bonus.
Yes, what's your constitution?
I think it's 16 or something like, or 15 at least. I think she's got a bonus.
14.
Oh, 14. Is that a +1?
No.
Nah, alright, okay, so it's just 1d6 then. Good luck. 2. Well, do you want to take a DM roll? If I'll roll again, but if you get a 1, you're stuck with it. Your odds are good. My chance of rolling higher than a 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, go for it.
You've only got a 1 in 6 chance at it coming off worse, right? Let me see what I can get for you. Let you have a DM roll. You gambled and you lost. I'm sorry. 1 hit point. You gambled and you lost. Aye, that's the downside of taking that roll. Like if it is worse, it's worse.
I'm up to 34.
Yeah, it's the difference between 2 and 1. It wasn't the difference between 8 and 1.
Right. Here's the question. So when my hit points go up to 34, do I then go up to 34 out of 34, or do I stay at 33 out of 34?
Nah, you don't need to heal because you were at full hit points. So yeah, you don't need to heal up that hit point to get it. You're uninjured, so yeah, you'd go up to 34 out of 34. Unlucky on the DM roll. Feel bad. It is what it is. That's the rule though.
What dangerous magics? And what dangerous magics does this give Kiara to throw around in a chaotic fashion?
I think magic-wise, it only gives her an extra 2nd level spell slot.
2nd level spell slot, but I get they're good ones. Oh wait, I see it here. You've already got it ready for me.
You've got no Thackle improvement, no...
8th level now, is it?
Yeah.
She has no Thackle improvement, no new proficiencies, no saving throw improvement. It's literally just 1 2nd level spell slot.
I get next level.
And 1 hit point.
It's
next level is gonna go up a magic level though.
It's the thievish skills.
Oh yeah, you've got that to pick as well.
The magic missiles and lightning. Well, not the magic missiles because they only go up at odd levels, but lightning bolt.
Because they're all ones that grow with me. My spells are so.
Now is it 15 XP she's got? No, sorry, 15 points she's got to spend on the thieving skills, or 20? I think it's 15, right?
15 sounds familiar.
Yeah. So you've got your 4. You get 4 of the 8 thieving skills, and you've got 15 points to spend improving them now. Let me get up your character sheet actually.
We want to do that after. Am I taking up too much time?
No, not at all. This is only one more thing. You've done your hit points, then you've got this. So Scroll down on your character sheet to thief skills, rogue skills. And you see on the level column, where you've got plus 30, plus 30, plus 25, and plus 35, you've got another 15 to add into that column. You can't put more than 10 on one at once.
Give me 1 second, because...
That's from memory. I'm going to quickly check. I have got the rulebook.
Yeah, scroll to the bottom. I think I'll scroll past
it. Classes.
So is it under my non-weapon proficiency?
No. It is, so... Scroll up from there. It's just the thing right above it. It says rogue skills. You might have it hidden. There's a button to hide it.
Oh, how do I find it then?
It should have a wee... It'll just say rogue skills with a tick box.
Oh, yeah, no, hide it and hide it.
Yeah,
there you go.
So on the level column, you can add 15 points. Only to the 4 that you've got. Pickpockets, detect noise, climb walls, and read languages.
And how much have I got? 15?
15 to spend, aye.
I put 10 on... that's a lot. Can I put 10 on read languages?
Okay, so I'll do it for you if you want.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you've got 5 more.
And... Let me take another 5 on climb walls, because that's getting pretty good. I just want to be a fucking expert.
Yeah, well, you've got a total of 85% with your bonuses and your base and everything on your level now.
Yeah,
It's pretty solid, like.
Yeah, but it tops out at 95.
Yeah, you can't put these higher than 95, that's right. Hey, there you go, so that's pretty high, like, you've got the 17 out of 19 on that. That's your level up done.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry, guys.
The spell slot doesn't automatically fill with a spell. It'll currently be an empty spell slot until you study.
Yeah, I need to fill it.
You have to study, yeah. Not like the hit point.
Studying spells.
I'll give you the hit point, but not the spell.
Yeah, talking of studying spells, before we go adventuring, we ought to see if we can learn some more spells.
So you are going to spend another day in Rockhome? Are you going to do it in the church? I've not built the city's map.
Unless
was like, are we taking a day now to are we taking some time to recoup, to get together to...
So it's a city at war, remember. Inns and taverns are closed. Dara, your parents live here anyway, so you would have, you don't have like another home to go to. Your parents would live here, they'll have quarters here.
This is what we're here to protect anyway. It's the church, so why would you not be staying here? Like, we've all got bedrolls, we've all slept on a stone floor plenty of times anyway.
I suggest they move us to a part of the church that doesn't need rebuilding, because they're going to have people in here popping walls and everything else.
Part that we could go to that would be like...
Yeah. How much of a hurry are they in for us to find what we're after?
Or are they quite happy for us to wait for it?
Well, you've got the king. You can roleplay it. You can ask him.
Well, first of all, I'd like to ask permission to search all these bodies to look for anything of value and that might help us.
You're asking the king's permission.
Maps and such like. Right. So I'll get on and search the bodies while you talk to the king boss.
so Daro's asking permission for you while you do it in advance, is he?
Because these drow might have something that we can use.
Exactly
what their armor's like.
Well, if you remember, one of them had a pretty tidy armor class.
Yeah.
And cast spells, did he?
One cast spells as well.
Boss, can you ask whether there's anybody in Rockhome that could identify items for us? Because we've still got a few things. I mean, if you catch them, we've still got a few things we were carrying we weren't sure about.
Right. Well,
remember, you've got a book of spells. You've got the King's Book of Spells of scrolls. So you may have an identify scroll or two hanging about in there. You've got a 90% chance of one, and then a 45%. I think I was half in it for the next one, wasn't I?
Right.
Yeah, but
Well, but presumably some of the dwarves are quite good at identifying weapons and things, because dwarves tend to be very good at that sort of thing.
Well, in second, you know as well as I do in AD&D second edition, no dwarf can cast Identify. It is a mage spell that mages and bards can cast, and dwarves don't do mage magic. So in terms of they actually identify the magical identification of something's magical properties, there is no dwarf in the world can do that.
Are you telling me that none of these dwarves are able to create magical weapons and therefore identify the property of
magical weapons? They create magical weapons, dwarves will create magical weapons that are then enchanted with stones that have had magics cast into them by someone who's not a dwarf, because dwarves don't cast magical spells, only clerical. Second edition.
So I would say we have an armor smith and a weaponsmith with us.
Mm-hmm. You have a master armor and weaponsmith. All their non-weapon proficiencies are in armor smith and weaponsmith.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, that means that they must have enchanters and mages in Rockhome. Otherwise, how do they create dwarven throwing hammers?
There are humans and elves and other races live in Rockhome. It's still, although 95 to probably 98% dwarven, there is still the odd human and gnome and magic casting race that does live here.
Totally good. So
there will be a human or a gnome or somebody that's got a magic shop. There will be an enchanter, but it'll be closed in this time of war, probably.
Yeah, but since they're not actually creating magic items and they're not, buckled down under
and they're
cover,
not busy,
they'll have the spare time. They'll have the spare time to identify our items for us, won't they, boss?
Especially if you've got influence. Especially if it's the king's friends that are asking. Do you know what I mean? If he's got a special decree from the king, if it's on the king's orders, then I'm pretty sure he'll find time to do it. Yeah, I get your point, David. Eventually.
Yeah. And say that there must be some interesting items on these drow. Maybe they've got the equivalent of elfin chain.
Yes.
Some of those interesting items are probably poisoned.
Because if they cast, if they cast spells whilst wearing it,
it
could well be.
Yeah, you metagaming slightly, but it doesn't matter. We all know that it's elven chain if he was casting spells while he was wearing it. We all know that, right?
I mean, I'm a spellcaster, so I would know what elfin chain is. I'm an elf.
You would see the hints of him wearing it. You see his dead body. You can look if you want. He's got a chain undershirt under his mage robe, and it's like it just looks like Kiara's one, but a much darker color. It's a much darker color. But what you know,
use it while we're underground.
Which one's the armor smith and which one's the weaponsmith of the Battle Brothers?
1 second while I just call their sheets up.
I think Fargrim's the weaponsmith and Olgrim's the armor smith, I think.
Fargrim is the weaponsmith, Olgrim is the armourer.
As soon as you're talking about drow and their weapons, Fargrim and Olgrim both spit. And they'll be like, yeah, their weapons and their armour's magical, but it's tainted with Underdark. It's Underdark metal. As soon as you take that above ground, if you take that out in sunlight, useless. Here's underground, useful. It's dirty drow, dirty elven, dark elf, horrible shit, but...
Fighting the drow, we're going to be underground.
Yeah.
Until we're back above ground.
Sorry, everyone froze for me for a second. It might be my internet, so... Kiara, what were you saying first?
Kiara had just said that she would be saying, well, we're going to be underground, so you might as well use it while we're here, like...
Yep. Okay.
Be silly not to. When in Rockhome.
Right, so there was two of the... I think it was two of them were spellcasters, actually. I don't know if another one got a chance to do any spellcasting, but as you are looting their bodies, Sneaky Nook, you will notice that another one of the drow is wearing the drow elven chainmail. There are two sets of it. Also, all of their short swords and all of their daggers and all of their hand crossbows, Fargrim and Olgrim will tell you that they show the telltale signs of being enchanted weapons. Like, they don't need to be a mage to tell you that it is enchanted and that it is magical. Then they all are, and all the drow, and he's talking all their short swords, all their daggers, all their hand crossbows that they had are all magical weapons.
Okay. How about the bolts for the crossbows?
No, it's the crossbows themselves. The bolts are poison dipped.
Mutter, grumble, grumble.
The bolts are poison dipped.
Well, I suppose we could just return them to sender. No, probably better not.
The hand crossbows themselves, they have got magical properties, as in they're plus whatever.
Fine. So, how many drow were there?
My notes are gone. It was about a dozen. I had it written down, and then once all my XP's been done, I threw the bit of paper out. I forgot.
That's fine. It
was at least half a dozen. At least half a dozen.
So there was a group at the top, of which there were 3 or 4.
I'm sure there was 6 at the top, and then 1 in the bottom. I think there was 7.
There were 2.
No, I was saying there was the group.
No, there was 8.
Group straight up at the top. There was a group down the main left-hand corridor.
There were 3 and 2. The groups of drow. I'm pretty sure there were 8.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, we could really watch the VOD, but we don't want to go and do that. There was 8 drow. Okay. 2 of them wearing elven chain or drow elven chain.
Okay, well for a start, I will pick the daggers up and kind of balance them on my finger.
Very beautifully balanced dagger.
I shall pick up the daggers, clean the poison off reluctantly, and then check their balance. Are they reasonably balanced?
Like incredibly well balanced. Like it's got like a fancy design on the back, so the blade's a curved blade, and then on the back it's got like a fancy little point. You can balance it just on the tiny little tip of your finger, and it's perfectly weighted. It spins around on your finger. Yeah, beautifully weighted daggers.
With a bow, I shall respectfully present them to Lady Kiara to add to her arsenal of throwing weapons.
Yeah, I'm looking at them and thinking, why did you wipe the end?
Now there's 8 of them. Now there is 8 of them. Should you choose to take 8 of them?
Yeah, what beyond their weapons? Nasty.
Oh, everything keeps freezing for me.
So Kiara has acquired 8 throwing daggers.
I'm experiencing it being stop too.
I am too. Might just be Discord. So you've got 8 potential magical daggers to add to your collection if you want, Kiara.
Well, we can get all these checked out as to what they are, but regardless of what pluses they are magic, which in itself will help. So we found 2 lots of chain, 8 short swords, daggers, and crossbows.
No,
what else? Did they have anything else?
No, so only 4 of them had the little hand crossbows.
Fair enough.
Everyone had a short sword and a dagger.
Well, I don't think the crossbows will be much use to the party.
Let me just quickly pull up.
Able to use a crossbow.
I'm going to quickly pull up the character sheet for the fighter mage drows, because I've got written on there what their weapons were. Exactly. I think theirs might have been even better. Ah, yeah, right. So, the daggers that you take from the... In fact, let me see what that is. Oh, right. The short swords and the daggers that you take from the drow fighter mages are exquisite. Especially the short swords. In metagame terms, it's higher pluses. You all know what I mean.
Yep. So we've got short sword by 6 and short sword by 2, kind of star.
Asterix, yeah. And you've got drow dagger times 6 and drow dagger asterix times 2, because there's 2 better daggers as well.
What weapons does Sneak use? There's the rapier.
Rapier plus 4 and the drow slayer, which is a +1 longsword / +3 versus drow.
Oh, it's a longsword, right?
Longsword, aye. Dual wielding with his ambidextrousness.
Such a little badass.
He's a cool built character, Snake Nook. I love him. He's not got many hit points, as we found out when he died.
I know. I'm so glad he's back.
It's quite squishy.
He's quite squishy.
He's still quite squishy, yeah. Andavacar would be quite squishy if anybody could hit him. It's hitting Andavacar. Slippery.
Yeah, I'm good at dodging, especially if I had a suit of armor. That would.
Right.
I shall check for any magical-looking cloaks, rings, gems, boots.
Right, the king is... I'm going to make your life easier, right? Because the king's going to call for some gnome enchanter to come. He's got some gnome that lives in the city. He's going to call him, get him to come to the church. And you're going to get these weapons identified,
I shall
okay?
greet him as a fellow gnome.
Yeah.
I've not seen one in ages.
So is that like a normal gnome, a tinker gnome or whatever? So, it's going to make your life easier, and some gnome's going to come in. Some gnome artificer, enchanter.
I shall greet him as a brother.
Okay, you can name him as well if you want, because he's just been invented. He's going to come in, and he's going to, on the king's orders, going to identify all these weapons for you to make your life easier. Obviously, he's not going to be like equipped with like 12 or 20 instances of the identify spell memorized. He'll come in with a load of scrolls.
The short swords. Who can use short swords? I mean, that might be better for the dwarfs than for us.
In fact,
if they want to use them.
See, identify. Doesn't casting it once do all the items?
You not just lay them all out in one big spread.
I think so, yeah. It's just one casting for all items, isn't it?
One casting, you get told however many facts about the item per level, or you have a chance of being told.
Right, well, I'm not getting caught up in it.
Off the top of my...
It's going to be easy. It's going to be a case of... He's just going to do it. Yeah. This isn't supposed to be a difficult thing. I don't need you to make dice rolls or anything.
Special magic spell.
Yeah. DM hand me. So he's going to identify them all.
Were you referring to party loot that hasn't been identified from her?
Correct. There are some other things to add to the heap.
Okay, so you chuck it all in a heap then, and I'll tell you what you've got.
Okay. There was a big red gem from the roper.
Oh, yeah, that was a ruby.
Yeah.
Like 1,000...
But is it magical?
No, it's just like a big 1,000 gold piece ruby.
Okay. Can I take that part as my share of the money side?
Where was the roper?
It wasn't a roper, it was a store roper, wasn't it? No, it was the one that you were bargaining with. It wasn't a roper, it was something else.
What's a roper?
A monster that you fought.
A store roper. Was there something...
It was something else. It was, I used the same token.
On the first level... the other end of the corridor from the skeletons and mummy?
No, it was when it was just before that village of dead Snurfneblin that you met this monster. It wasn't a roper, it was something similar. I used the same token, I think. And you bargained with it.
There was a Zorn?
That's right, it was the Zorn. Are you talking about a gem that you took off a store roper?
Well,
that's what I listed down on the party. The only big red gem you've got to know is a 1,000 gold piece ruby. Anyway.
Fair enough. There was a silver ring from the bone pile.
Ooh. Let me just check and see if I've got that in my notes. Might have to retcon that one. Do it later.
Make 3 wishes. We don't mind.
No, I've got items on my wiki page here. Let me see, because it shows the secret ones as well, and it tells me where you got them. So ring.
Just give us the link and we can go and look and check ourselves. That's not a problem.
Yeah, it's regeneration or +5 protection.
No, I don't know what it is. We can roll a dice for it. We can roll a dice because I don't know what it is in my notes. So yeah, we can roll a dice for that if you want.
I will leave it to the boss. What do you want to do?
Was it a magical ring? Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was definitely a magical ring.
Okay.
Because this is the magic loot. The list that we had.
That's something we need to identify.
Yeah, let me get a Dungeon Master's Guide up and I'll get a table. And we can roll something.
So it's a list. It includes stuff from before we went underground, then you say.
It includes everything that
right, roll D20. No, sorry, roll a d6.
Are you going to run it, boss?
You can randomise the ring.
I will roll it if you want.
Yeah, roll a d6
Well,
first.
you're in charge of our fate, aren't you?
2.
So roll a d20.
18.
It is a ring of mind shielding.
Ooh, interesting.
Now that protects you
Okay.
against like mind spells, doesn't it? I think that's pretty good. Like, I can click on it and read it actually.
Does protect you.
The ring is usually of fine workmanship and wrought from heavy gold. The wearer is completely immune to ESP, detect, lie, and no alignment. So it's specific immunity to those 3 spells.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Well,
That was easy. Next.
there's a large two-handed sword we picked up from the Death Knight.
Yeah.
Which I believe was magical.
Yeah, it is. And I remember, I don't have to look this up. It is a 2-handed sword. +3. It's a serious piece of kit.
Oh yeah. It's not something Sneaky can wield, of course.
Sneaky could barely lift it. It's huge. A dwarf couldn't wield this.
I don't think any of us can use that, can we?
None of you are proficient.
Well,
I
we
mean-
could always swap it with the dwarves because they could sell it on to the humans, can't they?
They might be able to swap it for something.
Yeah, that's a
we could use.
2-handed sword +3. I rolled that randomly because you have to when you make a Death Knight. You roll for their sword.
Yeah.
I mean, I could always use a +3 longsword, for example.
But you're not proficient in 2-handed, are you?
No, I've only got the longsword because that's my speciality.
Well, while we're going through this lot and you are remembering these things, do you want to tell us what the bag of gems from the mummy was?
Oh, it was just a bag of gems worth about, I can't even remember the value. Roll 1d12. Can't remember. It was just a bag of valuable gems. 600 gold pieces worth.
600 gold pieces. The gold and platinum from the mummy's chest.
Oh. Did you take it all?
Yeah.
I don't have it written down. It was loads. It was loads, man. Right. How are we going to randomise
We've got
this?
a bear.
Nah, did we really?
Roll 4d4.
While this is being figured out, Kiara would just like to remind everyone.
How many D4 did you say? 4.
Yeah. Roll 4d4. It's
Yeah.
1,211 gold pieces worth.
Okay.
What a lousy roll.
Yeah, what allows you to roll actually, yeah, that could have been a lot better.
There was the platinum, gold, and silver coins from the roper.
Now you're just making me remember things that I do not have written down. Roll 1d6. 500 gold
Kiara would
worth.
just like to remind everybody that she will, as always, take her share of it in gems.
In the nicest gems and jewellery, yeah?
Kiara always
You
wants
want the
gems,
earrings,
so
the necklaces.
I'll tell
Okay. Following on from the Death Knight, we got 6 large bottles from chest, which we think was healing
They
potion.
were large healing potions, they were large red potions, so they were potions of healing for 2d6.
2d6.
We could
Righty
take one of
ho,
those
and-
each, I guess.
Totally remembered that, I totally never just made that up just now.
And there was a chest of coins.
Right, okay. Roll 4d6, Peter. So, Peter again, because you got such a lousy roll last time.
Ah!
He's done it again though! He's done it again! 1,151 gold pieces worth. That you've all had sucky rolls tonight because you got your hit points first and then mine was even worse for
Made
you.
mine worse.
And then you've done this.
Yeah.
We've all had sucky rolls. There you go. That's how many gold pieces worth. 1,151.
Okay, I think that's caught us up to date on that.
Nice. I never just made that up at all.
Now the spell book we found, I think you've already given us the spells.
Pretty
from
sure
that.
we've done the spell books.
Yep, I've got that listed. There were
to roll to try for.
6
I
level
don't think
1s and
it's
4 level
done, so-
2s. So that's up to date with the previous stuff then. So what else did we find on the bodies apart from those weapons and chain?
I guess some wealth. They would have some gems and coins and wealth. So roll 3d6.
Well, you got stuck again.
No, roll 3d. No, roll 3d8. You can roll. Oh, he's waiting. You can keep. Do you want to keep that, or do you want to risk it for 3d8? Because that's 633 gold worth. Do you want to risk it for a 3d8?
Would stick with that if
I would stick with that if I was you as well.
That stick was pretty solid.
I would stick with the 63. That's 63 gold worth just on those drow. The bugbears were slaves. They never had any wealth.
Okay, how about Yogers?
No. Ogres are slaves as well.
Fair enough. Righty-ho. Any rings or boots or cloaks on the drow that could be of use?
Let me just quickly pull up the character sheet. I have it open. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that the two fighter mage guys both have bucklers that are +2. +2 drow bucklers. Always have to write drow next to these things because these disintegrate when you go above ground. And the chainmail that the two of them that are wearing that qualifies as Elven Chain and Makar and Kiara, you're gonna love me, is +3 Elven Chain.
Ooh, what's mine now?
Yours is just a +1. A normal Elven Chain is chainmail +1.
Why not?
You could wear them both at the same time, but they don't stack. No.
Well, we could wear one each. Seems a more sensible idea.
I would suggest that you wear them while you're underground, and then just put them
in. Yeah, one for going above ground. I might do that. Yes. I'll swap mine out then. I'll swap out my chainmail I've got on now for this stuff.
Right, where's your character sheet?
Take me having to take an armor spell as well.
I'll put it in brackets because you're on the ground, but that puts your armor class down by 2, so you got a minus 0 and -3. So your armor class is now -3, Kiara.
Suck me.
Your armor class surprise, so minus dexterity bonus. Your armor class is 0. That's pretty solid, like.
Her armor class is better than mine.
That's impressive. Right, now I want to test and see if, when I pull out her token over, has it changed her armor class to -3? It has now. What about the one that's here? Has it updated? Yeah, it has. Cool. Okay, so the sheets and stuff are still integrated. There you go. You've got a... What's that done? What's that done to your armor class, Makar? It must have made yours a lot better.
I don't know. Let me see. What armor class is it?
So chain
is normally 5.
Chain is 5, so Elven Chain is 4 because it's +1. You get on it.
Then 2 because it's +3.
Then it's +3. So yeah. So it's got a straight armor class of 2.
Yeah.
Plus any dexterity bonuses and such like.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just typing that in here. So drow.
You mean you're just strapping on your chainmail?
Yeah, just typing it in as in just strapping it on.
Yeah.
So I get -4 for dex, and -2 for double single weapon style, and I've got -2 for blade song. I don't know whether that should be -3. I'll have to check.
But that levels up, doesn't it?
Yes.
Does that make your armor class -2 then?
No, I was -2 before, so I think I'm -6.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Oh my God, you're not so fucking squishy now.
No way. I'm gonna have to pull out some big hitters to get
7.
you. No way.
I'll have to check on the blade song, but
only underground though.
Yes.
Yeah, only underground.
I like it underground. It's good down here, isn't it?
Aye,
amongst all these wonderful
when you change it on your character sheet, it should automatically update your character's token as well. Kiara's did.
Yeah. And surprised, I assume that's just the armor, is it?
Aye. So surprised, you just take off the dex bonus. Shieldless is just your normal. Shieldless will be the same as the top one, same as Kiara, because you don't use shields.
Yeah.
-6. -6? What am I supposed to hit you with?
You can stop hanging around at the back now, mate.
Death Knight episode 2 coming up. Look at that, -6.
No.
The Death Knight's family's coming back for revenge.
Yeah, I'll have to check on. I can't remember where the Blade Singer.
Also, you've got. You're taking a full day.
Is it the complete elves?
Yeah, it's a complete elves handbook. So remember, you've got a full day. So Kiara, you've got that full access to that book of spells scrolls as well. If you want to try. I don't remember what we rolled that was there and what wasn't, though. That's the problem.
Well, I still had, the thing was, I had ended up, I'll be honest, I got overwhelmed when we were doing it last time, and I asked to wait and if I could roll for any spells that I had wanted to try for later. So that was my fault that I hadn't done that. And you said that we could still do it.
The thing is, Adam McCarr's got enough new spells to share with you anyway. You've got enough new spells, yeah.
Oh, I've got hardly any spells, so I need to...
You failed to get Fireball again, I remember that.
I should have a list of which ones I failed somewhere.
I've got a record on video, but I'm not pulling it up to watch it. I should really keep the notes of those things as well. Like
it's wizard spells, isn't it?
Wizard spells,
yeah.
If there's anything you fancy, we can try and remember if we rolled for it as well, because there's 5 of us.
Well, no, but the thing is, I didn't get to. My point is, I still had stuff to roll for.
I suppose there's the thing. We could always say if you find something that he didn't, maybe you just found something hidden in the pages or whatever. Yeah. I remember the chances I was given. It was a 90% chance on level 1, 80% on level 2, and then going down.
If I could roll off thingy for it. I'm just having a quick look at.
I believe your armor class is -6, Andy McCarr.
That's unreal. Why is this not popping up?
Pull out the big hitters. I was worried that your next encounters were going to be too difficult and you were all going to die. Not at all. I'm going to throw in some more. Get ready for the purple worm.
It's going to be me who's going to die, isn't it?
You're squishiest now, I think.
I've always been squishiest.
Also, you've got the record of 1-0. Everybody else has not died yet. You have.
Would like the chance to roll for it's just a 2nd level spell.
So you've got 80% chance to get it.
Okay, it's glitter dust.
Ooh, okay.
Which I wanted because it sounds amazing at first. So, creates a cloud of glittering golden particles within the area of effect, but it blinds people a -4 penalty on attack for same pros, armor class, blah blah blah, for 1d4 + 1 rounds. In addition, the area within covered by the dust, which cannot be removed and continues to sparkle until it fades. It also reveals invisible creatures.
Oh, yeah, that's a handy spell. It's basically detecting if somebody's invisible in front of you, cast that on them and it just sticks like throwing paint at the invisible man.
Yeah. So it's a very Kiara style spell, so I would like to try to roll.
Yeah, you've got 80%. Let's hope the sucky rolls don't continue.
Right, would I roll?
D100.
A D100.
There you go, he's definitely got one of them.
Yes, so what now to see if I can get it? Because I'm going to add this to my new spell slot.
Did we do all the weapons? So you got +3 armor. You got the short swords, you got the daggers. Did I tell you what the short swords and the daggers were, actually? So the daggers are +1, the regular daggers are +1, the 6 of them. Then the 2 of them are +2, and the 2 short swords are +2, and the 4 hand crossbows.
Wait.
+1.
So that's two times what?
There's 2 daggers +2. There's 6 daggers +1.
Yeah, the drow daggers +1 and drow dagger +2. You've got 6 drow daggers +1, and you've got 2 drow daggers +2.
Yeah, so I was just making a note of that. Sorry, that's what I was just checking. Thanks.
Let me have a look at your character sheet for you and get that on it.
I just wrote, you'll see where I've written them in at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm going to add it to your weapons. So, Drow dagger +2. No point putting the other one on because you've already got +1 dagger in your inventory anyway. Number of attacks 1. Attack adjustment is +2.
Oh my god, guys, I'm hurting so bad.
Damage adjustment +2. They equals 17. And it's, what is it on daggers? 1d3 and 1d2? No, that's a dart. It's daggers 1d4 and 1d3.
1d4.
Okay. Weight is 1 because it's a +2. Pipe piercing and speed will be 1. Wow, nice. Okay, that is on your sheet. Ready for combat.
Yeah, daggers are 1d4, 1d3. Speed factor 2.
Yeah, so that goes down to 1 because the pluses always they always do the same to your. It takes 1 off the speed factor to a minimum of 1.
Yes.
I think. Well, I noticed on your sheet something was sitting at speed 0, so I put it up to 1 because then I realised that it's minimum 1. It has to be minimum 1. There's no initiative 0.
Okay.
Nobody's instantaneous with a sword.
You reckon I have failed to learn Fireball? I haven't got a note of that, but
I'm pretty sure I remember.
Sounds plausible.
Pretty sure I remember failing to get to fight.
Can he not try it?
It wasn't because it wasn't learning Fireball. It wasn't learning it. It was did he have it in his book? That's what it was.
Oh right.
It was
okay.
Yeah. The king didn't have a copy. That's what it was. It wasn't failed to learn it. It was failed to get one.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I've just got the spell Glitter Dust. I haven't learned it yet.
Yeah, you've just got a scroll. You haven't learned it yet.
Are we taking a break, guys? Are they giving us a room that we can sit in, that we can do all this stuff, that we're resting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a look around
we
the map,
have to ask the king how
is,
much of
some rooms.
The place is about a day's travel away.
Let me have a look at the underground map.
There's if I could learn a few extra spells, that would come in useful.
We've just battled our way here, guys. Jesus, can we take a break?
17 kilometers.
How urgent?
It's 17 kilometers as the crow flies. It's probably about 20 kilometers travel.
We need to get there as quickly as...
A day, a full day.
Well, we need to get there as quickly as possible. I mean, they might get away.
We'll set off at dawn, though.
So what you're told is that this Karen Terwaka, this place, is it used to be a Durgar settlement. Centuries ago, it was overrun by the dwarves because the dwarves have ruled over this. But since the Drow have gotten involved in this ongoing war, it's now become a military outpost for this Durgar Drow alliance. And this is where the Slayer. I can't remember his first name. I think it's unpronounceable in the Dwarven tongue because he's the Dwarf Slayer. He's supposed to be like the commander based up there, Karen Terwaka. As far as you know, as far as the King's intelligence knows, that's where your holy axe of Barak Thram is. Darrow. That's what you've been tasked to seek out. And yeah, it's a full day. Because it's 20 kilometres of underground travel, so it's twisting and turning. So as well as the left and the right, you've got the up and the down. So there's a lot of twists and turns. Yeah, so if it's 17 as the crow flies, becomes a lot underground. More like 20-25, maybe.
Well, we don't want
because you're going down as well.
We don't want the axe of Barathram in unholy hair.
Well, I mean, if you think we should head out today, then I'll go with that. You're the leader.
What's the name of this town? This city? Sorry.
It's Karan Terwaka. I'll type it into the chat. There we go. This is in the Durgar tongue, which I've invented. This is how they speak apparently, and it means blue water.
I was close.
Karan Terwaka, blue water. In fact, if I bring up my Wikipedia page, I can do how I translated it. Search. Oh no, I don't want to search items. I want to search up here. Karan Terwaka. So it's a ruin. Karan means cold, and Terwaka means blue water. So it's called. It means cold blue water in Durgar. I've wrote about 5 words of a language.
Sorry, just making a note of this place. I'm going to have to go here because of the war slayers here.
Yeah, can I move? I'll move you to the underground map. There's not too much to load on it, so it shouldn't be too bad in your systems. And I'm not sure if you'll see these lines if they're on the GM layer or on the map layer. I think they're on the map layer. Yeah.
The gold road.
Yeah. So you are here. This guy is said to be here.
If we had the chance to learn spells, then that would be good. On the other hand, if it's urgent that we set off right now,
what time of day?
Then we'll do that.
Morning. The morning, aye. Still just the morning.
Because we were woken up, weren't we?
Still just the morning. First thing in the morning.
Because there's the court appearance is one thing.
29 days.
And this we may need quite a few goes.
Oh, guys, why are you making me do this? Fine.
29 days to court, loads of time. Eleanor's not sweating yet.
Let's just take a day. Man, I'm knackered.
You just had that massive fight on the way in here. Stinky Nook's just been brought back to life last night, and then this morning you've had that. You can take a day.
Kiara start getting a little tearful, being like, guys, please, I just...
Remember the king...
Just half a day, please.
Remember with the non-dwarfs, the king was very humble, and he was like, you are not my subjects, I cannot command you, I'm begging you, I'm asking for your help. So he's going to give it, it's not like, no, you don't have a day. The king's being very, like, forgiving, and whatever you need, you'll have.
I know how urgent it is, but, oh, man, like just put our bedrolls out for a day, surely someone would get some soup or something to eat, like... Darrow, you've not seen your parents in so long.
Darrow's parents are no longer here, remember?
Oh,
Darrow's mother cast a spell and took Darrow's father, herself, and the deceased Father Baron away to another plane. You don't know that, but she used a spell. I can't remember what it's called. It's like plane shift or something. Or
forget I said that. I'd be like, Darrow, this is what we had to no delay for. We didn't delay. We're here now. Like, please, just we can take just one day. We need to be at our strongest. Darrow, please. I'm tired.
Brogor's twirling his axe, ready to go. He's like, yes, this is brilliant. Woohoo!
Yeah, but
Sneaky Nook's full of energy. He's been resurrected. And there's a chance that they might get away if we don't get there soon.
Stinky Nook's only been alive about 16 hours. He's full of energy.
Think of the spells, Darrow. Think of the spells that I'll need. Please, I'm so tired.
Well, all right. Well. I'll ask if there's any fighting elsewhere, because I can go and help out there if there's any drows around the city.
You're so keen for the drow.
Yeah, we've not. I don't think we've yet encountered the thing that we were meant to not delay for.
No.
I'm with Eleanora. I'm with Eleanora, and if Eleanora is with you, then I'm just following her lead.
Pleadingly, like, please, come on.
So I'm just checking the date. It's Saints' Day, the 10th of Firemoot. So I need to go to my wiki to work out what the next day is and make a note of it.
I've got this elfin chain on. I'm feeling indestructible.
So after Saints' Day, it is. So Saints' Day is equivalent to Sunday, so it's now Moon Day. The 11th of Firemoot. This is if you spend the night. I'm just making a note, getting ready. 28 days to court.
Well, I will suggest to the boss that it might be an idea to let Kiara and Andamakar rest up, because they do want to learn spells, and
we can be so bad
slots.
Andamakar was a badass the last time with those. Like, we can be so good. I just I rest on some spells.
So in this main area of the church, it's under construction. He's going to have loads of builders in right away. You'd be moved away into another quieter part of the church.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yes.
The king has given us these spells, and I'd like to try to learn them. And
yes,
there's another senior cleric there, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Eliana Irontoe is a very senior cleric as well. So at this point, you've got lots of builders in already, and the place is bustling with life again, and also a lot more throne wardens, a lot more guards, because the church has just been assaulted. Somehow they found their way, they snuck into the city, because the city is fortified, but a party of drows got into the city somehow and broken into the church. So security's higher, there's a lot more guards around. I'm not putting more tokens on the map, but there's a lot more people around now. So you would be moving into a quieter space of the church if you're going to study spells and stuff, yeah.
Okay. Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
On the loot list, I've got 5 mage scrolls listed that Kiara had, but not what they are. So was that ever discovered, or do we still not know what those mage scrolls are?
Should we just roll on the level 1? Just roll 1d whatever it is.
Kiara, do you remember what those were?
I don't think we did know what they were.
Okay,
I know you were carrying them because there was no point in anybody else carrying them, but...
Yeah, but I don't think we knew what they were.
Okay, well, do you want to roll what they are?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Go ahead.
Right, what we're rolling?
Right, so I know, how many first level spells are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Tell you what, right, roll 1d100 and we'll just do it from level 1. We'll go down the list from level 1, then 2, then 3. Rolled 1d100, however many times it is. So 51. I'm making note of this. 47. The higher number you get here, the better, because it means it's level 3 spells. A 9. 43.
I got 2 43s, and I roll again.
No, it means you got 2 the same. Okay. Was it 5 spells? Right, okay, so we go down the list.
5 scrolls, yeah.
So number 9 will be easy to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Chill Touch. It's level 1. Now we're wanting 43 next, right? Okay. 10, 11.
What's the next one? Level 2.
2 or 3.
3, 4, 4, 45. No, so 43 is ventriloquism. The one that you got twice is ventriloquism.
That's level 2.
Yep. So that's 43 is... No, that's the end of level 1. That's a level 1 spell.
Right,
so that's right at the end of level 1. So that was 43. So we're looking for 47 next. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 47 is Bind, the level 2 spell. Bind, B-I-N-D. And then 51. So 8, 9, 51. Ooh, that's a good one. Level 2 spell. Darkness, 15-foot radius.
Okie doke.
There we go.
Okay.
So you got a couple into the level 2s there. That was nice rolling. Just randomising everything, because these things were all found months ago in real time. I don't know where these notes are.
Lots to learn. Why can't I never see his name? Lots to learn, Adamankar.
Lots. So you've got a full day. You've got a full 24 hours. Shall we just pass it by and you do your study and you change your spells, whatever? Or have you got any particular role play? The king's still here. Senior members of the church are here.
Well, I'll be asking for advice from this more senior cleric.
From Eliana.
Yeah.
What advice would you be asking of her, Darrow?
These, I had the dream saying, "Don't delay." I explained the dream.
Yeah.
And I have arrived here. But, with the axe missing, and I'm being given this mission, does it mean that I should not delay?
How does Barakram talk to you, Darrow? Do you talk to him in prayers? Does he come to you in dreams? Do you see him in visions?
In a dream.
Is it in dreams? Well, perhaps.
So I explained the dream.
And the words were, don't delay, don't stray, and don't delay. So if you tell her the dream, she would interpret it as you've been called to Rockhome to help save your home. Now, that initially was to join the war against the Drow and to save the city, but now it appears you've got a more specific calling because the holy artifact of your church has been taken by the leader of one of the leaders of the opposition army in the war. So your mission was to come here, but it appears that Barakram is not finished with you yet, and you have more work to do, young Darrow. And Barakram wants you to bring back his holy item, his artifact.
Why don't you have a little sleep in the
So
church?
does the don't delay apply to the heading out?
Look around.
This part of the delay?
Look around you, Darrow. And she looks at the crumbling walls. We are not winning this war.
Yeah.
We are.
So in that case,
not
I
winning
think
this war.
we have to go without a delay.
You said Barakram comes to you in dreams.
Yeah.
Take the night, Darrow. The war won't be over. Take the night. The war won't be over in a day.
Okay.
He might come to you again. That's what I was thinking.
Yes, you've come a long way and fought hard to get here, Darrow. The blood's still dripping from your weapon. It's still wet. Rest. You can rest.
Boss? Hello? Can I suggest that we give each of us one of those 2d6 healing potions to carry? Rather than leaving them on the bear?
Yeah.
Those are actually, for Charlemagne, let's get his shit off.
How many of us are there?
That's Eleonora. And then there's the Battle Brothers and your squire.
There's 4 NPCs, 4 PCs, and a bear. There are 9 of you.
Yeah.
Big squad now. It's all dwarves and elves as well. No humans or anything. Oh yeah, we've got a gnome. I forget about the Snuff Neblin. We didn't have for a while. It was just dwarves and elves for a wee while you were dead.
I'm half human, thank you.
Well, you're certainly set. There's 6 potions and 9 characters. The bear.
8 and a bear.
8 and a bear.
He's got a character though. He was talking once.
3 people can cast cures themselves.
So 6 to the can't that cure themselves. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Or 6 to the people who aren't able to cast it, because then even if you're having to help someone else, you've got a potion, the other person would be able to do it. That makes more sense, yeah.
I always allow you to aid somebody else with a potion. If somebody's knocked out or bleeding on the ground, you can pour a potion down their throat. That works. Like, I always say that works.
That's what I mean, like, yeah, if one of us always has one.
So one will be somewhere obvious on the bear.
Yeah, he's got a pack.
We loaded up his little harness, his little saddle pack.
Yeah, they would be hanging off there'd be little belt clip loops. So you just have to undo a belt clip and it comes out.
We'll unload him now if we're staying for a little bit. Like, I'll unload him so that he can get his stuff off for a little bit. We can spread out.
You would just took his pack off yesterday because you have rested last night here at the church. Remember, his pack would already be off.
Alright, okay, so we wouldn't have like reloaded them up to come to this part.
No, because you made it to the church, you did the resurrection thing, so then Canute came back, and then you rested. So you would have took it off then.
Okay.
But then you got woken up in the morning by the attack, so you haven't had time to repack it. So it's currently not on, yeah, it's currently not packed.
Yeah.
Because you would have unpacked them when you got here, or when you rested last night.
Well, then that means that when we're getting ready to leave again, we'll repack them, but everybody will have had their stuff dished out, so it'll be
a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a 2d6 healing potion on each of the battle brothers. Boss, can I suggest you kind of have a bargain with the dwarves and see if they've got any use for a +3 double-handed sword, you know, for selling on to the humans, etc. See if you can swap it for something that's more use to the party.
Well, I will ask. I will ask whoever the captain of the bodyguard or whatever, who should be spoken to about such things. Is there a quartermaster or...
Yeah, the problem is the city's at war. All the best weapons are being used by the city's best soldiers. You'll notice that, like, the King's Guards, they've got the best armour and the best weapons. So all the best axes and warhammers and dwarven weapons are being used by dwarves right now. The whole city's, like, every magic weapon in the city is being used in a war, so there won't be anything really lying about. Like, any stock that's in any magical shops, any super powerful warhammers and stuff, that'll have all been commissioned by the king. King's coming in with an order, and it just all gets cleared out and used.
People are asking about longswords, I think.
Quite hard for you to sell a longsword in a dwarven city. A double-handed sword in a dwarven city.
There might be stuff that can be used by non-fighters, by mages and such like, that they've got in stock that people have traded to them.
Yeah, yes, but the problem is shops are closed.
Yeah.
So you're wanting the king to send somebody in to see if there's any useful magic items for gnomes and elves. Right, okay. And you'd be happy to swap a big 200 sword for... yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the rest of the drow stuff, I think that gets handed to the to the dwarven team, because we can't use them, and they might have people who can use them. Yeah.
So I'm going to say, because you've done so well for magic items and weapons and stuff, you're not going to easily find someone to trade you for a two-handed sword in this dwarven city in a time of war where weapons are sparse. No. You can hang on to it for now, or you can just donate it to the king and his men, and they can do their thing with it. But no, you're not going to find a suitable gnome weapon in this time. Suitable elven weapon.
I'm not talking about weapons. It's stuff, other magical gear that they might have that dwarves and warriors can't use. That's just sitting there not being used.
Non-magical, like magic items that are not weapons, right? Okay, you mean like rings and potions?
Rings, cloaks, potions, whatever. Because if people come to trade with them, and they trade with other people, then they may have accumulated stuff that they can't use immediately. Right.
Let's make it easy, because that's the theme. What do you want? And I'll decide what the chance that they've got one is.
Something to help me spot hidden things, for example.
Well,
that's what I'm looking for.
Give me an example of a magic item that does that. You know the game better than me.
Something of sea invisibility.
Oh, like a ring of sea invisibility. How valuable is that compared to a +3 two-handed sword? If they're of equal value, I'll give you a chance that you could get one.
Well, I'm not just asking it for me. It's for the team.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, right. So how valuable is a ring of invisibility compared to a two-handed +3 longsword, and the value disparity? That's how we'll decide what your chance for a roll is.
And
you can do the work looking it up.
Great stuff.
A +3 two-handed sword is worth quite a lot of money. If we're going monetary value, it's worth quite a lot. Anything +3 is.
I
need to take my jumper off and warm.
mean, the difficulty is that they don't have simple plus weapons on their equipment lists, do they? Let me have a look and see. I've probably got an equivalent thing somewhere.
If you can find, if they're of equal value, I'll give you like a 50-50 chance that there's one in the city.
Let's see. So I look up a list of stuff that I've got from another campaign. This is not mine. This is from another campaign. Let's see.
I'll give you a chance to get an equal value magic item for a +3 longsword then. +3 two-handed sword, sorry.
Okay, so this other list, so sword, two-handed, +3 in that campaign would be
A lot of money, yeah? Thousands of gold.
let's see. Sword, claymore, cutlass, streaks of starting, so one hand, that's katana. Is that the right one? Weighs 15 pounds. I'm just trying to remember what the weight of a two-handed sword is.
It's pretty heavy, yeah. 15 pounds sounds about right.
Okay, so on the price list from that campaign, a two-handed sword, a base two-handed sword is 100 gold pieces. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So a +1 would be 75,000. +3 would be 225,000.
No, that's not right.
That's far too high.
Yeah, it's far too high. I reckon it's in the 5,000s, something like that.
So you've looked at the DMG prices, have you?
There isn't one in the DMG. They do not have +3 two-handed swords in the DMG. That is the problem, you see.
What's it say for a +2? Does it say +2?
The only +3 sword they've got is the Frost brand.
Right, and how much is that worth in value?
Let's see.
Yeah, but that's a lot of extra.
Yeah, it's going to be less than that.
Yeah. Magical weapons, weapon type.
Isn't there the complete?
If you just find any +3 weapon, we can make a comparison.
+3 frostband. Damn, it's just given the XP value on purple worm.
The Encyclopedia Magica. I'm just looking at.
Fine, you have a look in that.
You've got 24 hours in the city anyway, so have a look. This is you looking through the book. This is you talking to the city's treasurer, because the king's got the treasurer in now, who's got the inventory of where everything is. So you looking through the book. That's just the treasurer looking through the inventories of all the different shops. Cara, you're flexing your muscles for your new 1 hit point.
In the DMG, a plain sword +3 would be 7,000.
So you're talking 15,000 for a two-hander then, aren't you?
Okay. So we're talking 15,000 for a two-hand.
Yep.
Okay.
You laugh at two-hander. I just realised.
I would just use my mind there.
Just realised.
Can you use two hands? Just use mine.
Okay, and equivalent things worth about 15,000 would be things like a ring of shooting stars, I do not believe a ring of 3 wishes is only worth 15,000.
Is that what it says?
Never
Nah, no way. No chance. Millions. Ring of 3 wishes worth millions.
Yes. Rod of smiting, staff of striking, wand of fear, wand of negation, amulet of truth against detection and location, bag of tricks. Oh no, that's too much like hard work. Boots of levitation.
I would have thought a ring of detecting invisibility is possibly worth less than a ring of actual invisibility, isn't it?
Don't ask me.
Well, the spells are the same level.
Yes, so it could be a similar sort of thing. I don't know where. Can't see a list of GP values.
No, I'm looking at my first ed DMG, which has got experience point values and GP values.
Just pick something, and then I'll decide what chance you've got. Just pick something really cool. The cooler it is, the more likely I'm going to let you have it.
I mean, a +3 weapon is not a common item, is it?
No.
Not at all. What armor do you wear, Stinky Nook?
I just wear leather. I can't wear metal armor.
Yeah, so I reckon you could probably get some really fancy studded leather +2 armor with money left over, easy. In fact, you could probably get.
But just getting something for me isn't right. It's something that's useful for the party.
But you being a badass is useful for the party, Stinky. Come on.
I'd say
but
for a plus.
Don't want to.
I'd say even, and I might regret this, but I'd say for the +3 2-hander, you could probably get +3 studded leather.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you again, Stinky Nook.
In fact, I remember a certain studded leather armor in Baldur's Gate 1, and I'm gonna recreate it, kind of something like it. Here you go. Here's your magic item, Stinky Nook. So it's studded leather +3, but it gives you +15% on your hide in shadows and your move silently. +15 in hide shadows, +15 in move silently, and it's +3 studded leather armor, and we'll give it a cool name.
And you'll look cool as fuck, Stinky. Come on.
Yeah, we can give it a name. That'll be like a named armor magic item because it's got special properties and stuff. We'll give it a cool name.
Sneaky man.
That's going to do a lot for your armor class.
Oh yeah.
The group's armor class has just gotten about 10, 12, 15 points better. Like.
Yeah.
I checked mine. It's -7, not
Is it?
-6.
Eleonora, can you come and kind of do some healing on this guy? I just bit his hand off.
Yay. Are you taking that then? Right, you've got to think of a cool.
I mean, if the boss is happy, with that.
What armor does Eleonora?
I think she's
wear?
got like chainmail +1 or something. I think she's got pretty solid armor class.
Right. Okay.
She's got -3 somehow.
Yeah,
Eleonora.
I'm one of the worst armor classes now.
Yeah, Eleonora. Yeah, you guys are getting harder and harder to hit.
She's been leveling up the whole time. We've been leveling up, like.
She's got dexterity 16, so that gives her -2 for a start, and she's got plate mail +1 from some party loot, and a shield +2. That's how her armor class is so low, because she fights with sword and shield, and she's got shield +2, and plate mail +1.
So I'm in the worst half of armor class.
I'm getting to the point where you guys are mid-level in the campaign, but you've got some. I feel like your magic items are a little bit higher than mid-level. I'm gonna have to throw in some higher than mid-level monsters to munch you down a little bit, maybe.
No.
Got some serious magic items now, like.
Well, as long as they're drow, I don't mind. I mean, the tougher the drow, the better. You know, the more
Stinky Nook's got a Mask of Shadows as well. That gives you a plus in one of your thieving skills, doesn't it? It's like 25% in hiding shadows or something like that.
Yep, that's 20% hiding shadows bonus.
It's a mask, so you look stupid walking around in civilization, but... Nice. Okay, any other business?
I thank the boss for bargaining for that for me.
That was the king bargained that for you.
So the other thing is us learning spells then.
I bow deeply and thank the king.
Yeah, we've got Kiara and Andy McCarr to learn spells.
I was going to say, so was this all would have been happening while we were all like, we doing our own business?
Yeah. It's all going on at the same time.
Yeah, I would have sit down to my car, or I need to come up with a short name for that because I can't get it out at all.
Just call him Andy.
You got it right. You got it right that time.
Just call him Andy.
What was it? Oh my god, that's what... I'll never do it again. I would have just been like, yeah, do you fancy coming? I've got this spell that I fancy trying, and we'll try sharing some spells again.
Yeah. It's
we've got some quiet time.
I've only got 1 3rd-level spell and 2 2nd-level spells, so I need to learn a bit more range.
Got a lot of space in your book, eh?
Has Dave got the list of spells that we got from the?
Is it from the scrolls just now?
You got Ventriloquism times 2. You got
Twice.
Bind.
We got Blind, Darkness.
Not Blind, it was Bind.
Bind. Yes. And Darkness.
Yeah. Darkness, 15-foot radius is a good one.
Yeah, that's could be a useful one.
Kiara. Oh, what off? Oh no, sorry, it's my monitor. I got a fright there. I thought something was shutting down. Sorry, I freaked out.
So
that's
I think
how sensitive this is. If this laptop dies now, it's dead.
Yeah.
Right, what else do I have that you have tried? Or do you...
So are we getting Kiara to try learning the spell first, and then if she learns it, she can teach me it? Yeah. I think that's what we did before, isn't it?
Written in my scrolls here as well, I have Burning Hand, ESP, and Wraith Form.
Wraith Form, and a 3rd level armor spell, yeah.
And a 3rd level armor spell, but are those one-time spells? One-time use scrolls?
A scroll is a scroll, so it can be both. You can either use it or learn it.
Okay.
If you use it once, it burns it. If you attempt to learn it, it burns it.
That's why I've left it then. Hold on, that's why I've left them there then.
Yeah, you can use it once or try to learn it. You can fail to learn it and it's still burned.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why they've been left there then. I don't know what else I have that Adamant card doesn't or would want.
I'm looking at your spell book. It's quite powerful, like.
Well,
so I've got 2nd level. I've got Web, Scare, Hypnotic Pattern, and Knock, and then 3rd level I've got Lightning Bolt.
So I've got Web and Scare. You probably taught me those before.
Yeah.
Invisibility, I failed to learn invisibility.
You can't try and learn that again until the next level.
No, not until the next level.
Have you tried to learn invisibility, Kiara? You want to try?
Yeah. What level is it?
2.
Well, 2nd level.
2nd level. I really want to try to learn this glitter dust, please.
Okay, what level is
it? If you get glitter dust, then detect invisibility overlaps rather. They have, detect invisibility moves with you, and glitter dust allows everybody to see it.
Yeah. And glitter dust, you have to kind of know where they are to get them with it in the first place, whereas detect invisibility, you'll find someone when you didn't see them before.
Yeah. I also, no offense, but don't care. I want to learn glitter dust.
Go for it. You've got a 65% chance.
Like, surely can I not just roll to try to learn them both?
Like, yeah. You have a 65% chance every time.
I can't remember what my chances.
What one was that?
Well, glitter dust.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, you can try the next level, presumably.
Gone now, right?
Didn't come through particularly well, but I've put Essel's spell book in Roll20.
Yep.
So you've got a choice of level 1 spells: Identify, Read Magic, Detect Magic, Magic Missile, Chill Touch, and Armor. And level 2, Spectral Hand, Knock, Invisibility, and Flaming Sphere.
Have you got Flaming Sphere, Kiara? I know that Anna Bakar does.
Yeah, I thought I had it. Where was it?
I've seen you use it before, Anna Bakar.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't see it on my list. It must be here somewhere.
You've definitely got it because you've used it.
Yes, I thought I had it.
Unless you used it.
Yeah,
Unless
you
you
used it on the Cloakers.
No. Let me look at. I'm looking at the wrong list, maybe. I've got Flaming Spheres. This is Sphere.
Have you tried to learn that, Kiara? Flaming Sphere?
No.
So it's quite good. It's a mini fireball. It's less damaging and less big, but you can move it around. So you can like hit a guy with it. And next round you can move it across the room to that guy, and then you can move it across the room to that guy. It's a handy spell.
Yeah. What's strange is I've got invisibility on my list here, but I've got a note that I failed to learn it.
Maybe you've got a scroll of it.
Yeah, that's
no. It's on my list of in my spell book.
Maybe you failed to learn it last level, and then you've got it this time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Did level up again.
I failed to learn Magic Missile, but I learned it the next time I tried it after I'd gone up a few levels. Failed to learn Knock at 4th level.
But you're 5th level now,
but then
aren't
somewhere else I've got a note that says I didn't learn Invisibility, but then it's on my list, which is a bit odd.
But maybe you failed that at 4th level and got it at 5th.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
let's just assume you've got it. I'm in a kind mood.
Yeah, I mean...
Plus, Kiara just failed for the one she really wanted as well. She failed on that glitter dust one, and I could feel bad for her. Epic fail,
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm rolling for invisibility now.
Go for it. There you go, you've learned invisibility.
Nice. Level 2.
That is a level 2 spell, yeah.
Does anyone... what do we have? What was the other ones that we had in that spell book?
Invisibility, Flaming Sphere, Knock, Spectral Hand, Identify, Read Magic, Detect Magic, and Magic Missile.
That might be where I learned the invisibility from before.
Will be.
Who's got the list of the ones that we got from the king?
Dave.
I put that into...
down as well, I think.
I put that into...
Did you put that in
higher
up?
I think.
Oh, in Discord. I can't look at Discord.
I listed them there. Let's see.
Mess up my cams if I look at Discord. I can look at my phone, actually.
That's going to be in the Homebrew campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, I can look at my phone.
Hold on. I'm just thinking back.
Where did I list it?
Don't know where you have listed it. If you put it in the text channel for this, I can't read it there either. I'll move my cams. It was Bind, Ventriloquism.
Oh, is that what I just asked if that's what you were looking for?
Yeah, that list. Yeah, what's that list?
Kill Touch, Ventriloquism times 2, Bind, and Darkness.
Yeah, but
no, that's the scrolls that you've just rolled for. Yes, my apologies. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the ones you got out of the King's book.
I think what we got from the King was Burning Hands, ESB, and
no, you've had them for longer than that.
No, we've not.
Hang on. I've got the list of things that we got from the King. Let me just copy that and paste it into Roll20.
The bookkeeping. This is the bookkeeping episode. It's wild.
Right there.
I think your notes are amazing. I'm glad you've got them. There you go. There it is in the chat.
Oh, Stinking Cloud. I wanted Stinking Cloud.
Cloud kill.
I stand well back as he's experimenting.
Cloud kill.
Yeah, we'll do that down the far end of the temple where nobody's right on the odd rat or two. There's bound to be a rat. There's always a rat. Can I try learning Stinking Cloud then?
Go for it. What level is Stinking Cloud? Third?
Second, isn't it?
It's second, yeah, sorry. So what's your chance to learn
my
spell?
Character sheet. I was just trying to find my character sheet again. Swap
Intelligence,
pages. It is...
Your stats are amazing, Kiara. Your lowest is a 14.
65% chance I've got.
Same as Kiara.
Yeah. So...
Good luck.
I'll switch to...
This is for Stinking Cloud, eh?
Unlucky.
No! So take that off the list. Yeah. If that was
we had 2 of those.
Yeah. Alright, nice.
I don't... So we've only got 1 copy of that now.
Do you want to try and learn Stinking Cloud, Kiara? It's a noxious cloud of gas that makes people sick, basically.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
offensive spell.
It's quite good for stopping attacks, stick it in front of them and they can't. Yeah, it disrupts an attack.
Yeah, it's quite a good offensive and defensive spell, yeah, you can block.
Mm.
Not with that roll, you cannot do.
No.
These have been so bad tonight.
I know, you're lucky there's no fumbles on these rolls, or that would be like, you accidentally set the spell book on fire and they're all gone.
Oh dear.
That roll, Jesus.
Yeah, that was... Your 98 was bad enough.
Uh-huh.
3 fails between you.
What about this darkness spell?
Oh yeah, okay.
Darkness 15-foot radius, was it?
Yeah, it was. Who's going to try and learn that first? Who's got the
I'm
worst?
not sure it matters too much.
You both got stinking luck. I don't think it makes a big difference. Like,
well, it's my turn to try learning.
It's your turn now.
Yeah. Okay. See if I can roll less than 100.
Good luck. Come on.
My armor class has only got 2. Just to let you know, my armor class has only got 2 better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my ring of protection was helping my armor class, and it no longer does because I'm now wearing magic armor.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
No, the ring of protection stacks with the magic armor, Dave.
Does it?
That's it.
Okay.
Nice,
I bit that hand off at the wrist.
Well done, Adivakar. Got the roll while me and Dave were speaking.
Nice one.
That was the darkness 15-foot radius. Right, now that's in his spell book, Kiara, so you can now try and learn that off him without it getting burnt.
What level is that?
The only consequences of you failing now is you can't try again to learn it until your next level up.
Oh, is it 10-foot or 15-foot radius?
15-foot radius.
15-foot radius.
And Kiara's failed again to learn it.
Oh dear.
I'm telling you,
You're distracted.
She is tired, eh?
So what level was that one?
Darkness 15-foot radius is a level 2, I think.
It
Maybe
is.
3. No, 2. Okay.
Yep. It's level 2. So it's probably a 2-segment cast, isn't it?
I think that's how it works with the mage spells. Most of them.
Put that in. Right.
I honestly like losing my luck from my rolls tonight so bad.
Between us, we've learned 1 spell so far.
It's so bad. I thought bind would be quite good, but I don't want to risk like fucking it.
What's the spell description on bind? Have you got it there?
Hold on.
It's like a hold kind of thing, is it? Like a hold person.
Bind. Let's have a look. Is that first level? Second level? Down a bit. Bind. Command a rope-like object.
Including yarn. 50 feet of a normal rope.
So you can cause a rope or similar to wrap creatures
it's
up.
very different. Sorry, yeah, very different to what I thought.
You've already got a rope of climbing. There's kind of a bit of an overlap there, because your rope of climbing can do half that stuff. But you can tie somebody up with your rope of climbing. It couldn't do that before. It can now just go and tie somebody up. That's why
bind. You have to throw the rope at the person because it has to be next to them. You can't just stay. Okay. It doesn't move towards them.
You've got to toss a rope at them and then the rope goes.
Yeah.
Nah, so not as great as it sounded initially then. Still could come in handy.
So yeah, I think basically there's a chance of tying up someone if they get a saving throw.
Any spell can be a genius spell when used cleverly. It depends who's using it and how you're using it.
Yeah.
What did you say? Did you say ventriloquism was second?
No, it's first.
First. Sorry, I was like, definitely went past
ventriloquism is first, and you've got 2 scrolls of that, so somebody can fail, and then you've still got another attempt.
I'm just gonna have a read at it. See, I might try it.
Which one was that?
So ventriloquism, basically it means you can do what a ventriloquist can do. You can make it sound like somebody over there is talking. You can throw your voice. That's clever skill. People that can do that in real life, ventriloquism, that's clever, man.
I don't know how many spells I'm allowed to learn.
Up there with human beatbox is one of the most amazing things you can do. A human voice, it's clever. Like
you need a piece of parchment rolled up into a small cone. I would imagine like a little speaker phone. I'll roll for that.
Go for it. Please succeed. You've had too many failures. I'm feeling bad. Yay!
Hooray!
Go.
My rolls have been so bad tonight.
Add that to your character sheet then. Now, it's now in your book, so Andy McCarr can attempt to learn it without burning the scroll.
So I've got invisibility and that was ventriloquism, wasn't it?
We'll have to remember in between sessions as well for the next fortnight, we're going to have to work out how many pages in your spell book this takes up.
Yes, we haven't done that recently.
No,
I won't bother with ventriloquism. I'm getting near to my limit for first level spells.
And she's got it. One of you has it, so you've got it.
Yeah, one of us has it. So I've got 5 second level spells now. I've only got the one.
Still the one level 3.
For some reason, it's not on this list. I need to
definitely got it because you've been using it.
I had lightning. I know I've got lightning.
Definitely got that.
I
just had it written down in the different place.
Do you mind writing this in my character sheet just because I can't spell ventriloquism?
Yeah, I can add that for you.
Sorry.
No, it's not a problem. Spelling is one thing I'm pretty good at. Level 1, isn't it? It's a beauty, but I can spell it. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not an easy one. Like, you have to be a good speller to rattle that one off, I think.
I knew I had the letters right. I just couldn't get the order. Thank you so much.
Looking at it, it's not a simple one. Right, any other orders of business? We are halfway into the session. Do you want to take a half-time break, actually?
Well, could I try learning invisibility 10-foot radius? Because that could be useful for us.
Didn't Kiara just fail that?
I just got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I've just actually.
So you can try and learn it from her book now, yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Right. I'll try that then, because that could be useful for us if we're sneaking around.
I have also put it in my extra slot that I'm using for today because I assumed that I'd be able to do that.
Close, Trevor.
While resting.
Oh, 62. That's a bit difficult. Just about.
Right.
I have to puzzle that one out.
I'll need to make a note that I can put that in the video because I've not done my halftime cut, but I'll need to get that in the video because you just made that roll.
That's right. I know.
So that's a level 3.
You've all been doing so poorly. I've maybe had to help you a couple of times over a wee bit of it. Like, no, look at this bit again.
So that's invisible. That's only 10-foot radius, isn't it?
Invisibility 10-foot radius. Sorry, it was the darkness 10-foot or 15-foot radius that she did.
No, it's
15, wasn't it?
Darkness was 15 foot.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 3.
None of us.
3 segments, no doubt.
I don't think I didn't anyway because my rolls were so bad.
But stone skin is very, very useful. It's also very annoying for the DM. Especially if you have a cloak of displacement as well.
Yeah, not got one of them though. Got a lot of magical items. We have to get some overpowered rust monsters to eat them or something.
Fuck off! Those last rust monsters were annoying.
Rust monsters are scary for everybody. Almost everybody.
Punch him in the face. Punch him in the face, that's what I do.
They're not really scary for the mage or for the druid, if you have them.
Every time I've came across something in this, it's been the first time that I've came across it. So the first time I came across Frost Monsters, and you were like, "Oh my god!"
The experienced players were like, "Oh no, it's one of them."
Yeah, it's a pain. People getting all this metal stuff as it used to be that Darrow could just withdraw and leave the people without metal armor to.
Okay, so let's get back into it with the second half of the session. Any more bookkeeping?
It just was in the part time, which was I've added invisibility to my spells that I have for today.
Do we want Kiara to try and learn the stone skin?
What level is stone skin?
Fourth level, isn't it?
Level. So it's too high.
She can't learn it yet, not until the next level. Level 9 she can learn 4th level magic.
Yeah, I have to look at another one. Still just stuck on level 3.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, because you're not a mage.
She's a bard. It's one level down.
Bard. Yes.
Who wants
confusing you with a mage?
Who wants the weathering of mind shielding, by the way?
Oh yeah, so that works. It's just as beneficial to anybody, isn't it? Really.
Does anybody have a spare ring finger?
A ring of mind shielding. So it protects you against ESP and 2 other spells. Can't remember. It's 3 specific spells. Oh, detect, alignment, no alignment, ESP, and something else.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying.
I don't think I've got any rings.
So I allow 2 rings per hand. I'm generous with it. You can have 2 magic rings, but you can wear 4 magic rings.
Ooh.
I don't think I've got any.
Yeah, Darrow has at least 1, but doesn't immediately think of this as
a priority.
An item of. Yeah, Darrow's got 2, a ring plus 2 for Marcus.
Darrow's also got
a ring of war.
Darrow's also got his strength of his faith. That he doesn't need protection against mind control. He's got Barack controls him. He's protected against that anyway in his eyes.
I don't think those are those mind control ones. ESP is reads your mind.
ESP reads your mind, yeah. So it's more about knowing things about you. And Darrow's lawful good and proud of it, and will sing it in a song. So he's not trying to hide anything really about his personality or his alignment. So Darrow wouldn't be thinking about using that. The one that the one with the dodgiest alignment is Kiara.
Yeah, Kiara's the dodgiest.
She knows she's a chaotic good. It's all right.
Since when did you redeem that back? You've been chaotic neutral for a long time.
Oh no, what are you on about?
You think Stephen Rockhome is enough to bring you back to chaotic good, maybe?
Yeah, you'll have to put the ring on quickly, or Darrow will do no alignment to clarify this.
Yeah, we can find out for sure. We can use a spell.
This is the lady who was telling me I didn't need to clean the poison off the knives she was going to throw.
Yes,
leave it on.
We heard that.
Yes, Kiara is chaotic neutral to the bone. What are you talking about?
I try and play her chaotic good as well. It's so bad.
She's chaotic neutral. She has her moments. She has her good moments. She has her evil moments.
She's good. She's evil to the bad guys. She's good at heart. I've never been bad to you guys.
That's true. Might be a pain in the ass to Darrow once or twice.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's just...
Once or twice, just.
Just because Darrow's grumpy.
It's just for flavour, we just do that for fun. It's just role play.
I'm thinking of something that my character's unaware of, but which...
Well, that you are.
Are we moving to the next day then? Do we reckon that's all the bookkeeping, the spell learning?
Yeah.
And okay, so
well, you do notice Sneaky Nook kind of scribbling in a little notebook.
Oh, she's writing in his journal about when he died. Came back.
No, I'm just kind of writing down drow killed. We've killed 8 drow.
Hey, yeah, nice. Are you gonna do tallies next to people's names?
To-do list.
No, it doesn't matter who kills them as long as they're dead. So we've killed 8 drow.
It's
That's
just the total.
Great start.
You're counting drow killed. Nice. Garo, have you kept account how many Durgar you've killed? It must be a dozen by now, because you've fought Durgar a few times, actually.
So, as we were not travelling that day, Darrow would have offered some of his spells for things needed in the community.
So the people in the community can have some more healing. Some of the soldiers coming off the front line with broken limbs and like that are on death's doorstep. You could do some really valuable healing.
Yes.
I'd go chill and play the lute a little bit for some people after I'd done my spells.
You're in a dwarven city. It might not be the most popular place you've done it, but...
Well, what if I did like three chord lute songs like Kill the Drag,
Kill the Drag, maybe it might work.
Oh, they like tumbling. Would that amuse them?
Give me a proficiency check, Kiara. You've got a proficiency of yours. Give me a check.
But for inspiration, I'm trying to hype them up.
Let's see how well you play your lute.
Right, let me see. It's on my actual sheet?
Aye, there's a button.
Musical instrument. Lute.
Hey, she does a beautiful job. Now, there'll be a few humans and a few half elves among the dwarven armies, because for tactical reasons and alliances and stuff, who will love it. But even the dwarves, you'll notice these stoic, battle-weary dwarves. You see a foot tapping here and there. Yeah. You see a wee foot. They won't admit it. As soon as you look at them, it stops. But when you're looking at me, you see that wee foot tapping. The wee dwarves are even loving it. Yeah.
Be morale boost for everybody.
Yeah, that's XP. Like, that's XP for doing that in a situation like that. Because you're in a war zone. So yeah, rolling nicely on that. That is a proficiency roll that's worth some XP.
I'm glad it's my best roll I've done tonight.
First half-decent roll tonight, aye. We've had a few bummers.
If I've succeeded in
so,
the work.
If we are spending the night, that officially puts us on Monday, the 11th of Firemoot, 28 days to court. The morning of. You're in the church, there are builders here, there's lots of guards here.
I've updated the notes tab. Days to court 28.
Cool. So, what's it to be?
I'm ahead of this car.
Choose what spells I'm going to take.
Oh yeah, remember Kiara, you've got that extra slot to fill.
I've done it, I told you.
Nice, what did you put in it?
Invisibility.
Oh.
That's why I went for it, because I had a second level spell slot, so I went for that.
Okay.
Which also means that I can take off my cast today from my magic missile.
Yep. Untitled M.
I don't need to take armor anymore because I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it, alright. That is some mean armor you've got. You would have to cover it up, or you get some horrible dirty looks. You might even get shot with a crossbow if you don't cover it up. But Elven Chain is covered up anyway. It's a light undershirt layer it's under your clothes. It's secretive
so you're
anyway.
Thinking of me to like Frodo in Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
You've got drow armor on, drow Elven Chain. It's exquisite. It's a darker metal. It's adamantine they make their weapons from. It's adamantine. Drow adamantine armor. I'll double check that in the book actually. I'm pretty sure it said adamantine when I was looking at drow. Monster
Except it's something that decays.
It does decay as soon as you go above ground. Now you dwarfs and you dwarfs know this.
It decays when it's exposed to sunlight.
Sunlight, yes. Elf drow. 2 seconds, I'll tell you. Drow wear finely crafted, non-encumbering black mesh armor. It's extremely strong nails made with a special alloy of steel containing adamantite. Special alloy, when worked by a drow armourer, yields mail that's the same properties of chainmail +1 to +5, although it does not radiate magic, and it qualifies as elven mail.
I like it down here in the dark.
So the Kiara that doesn't, to be fair.
Yeah, we've been telling you. So it's better this being underground here rather than in those sewers.
One more quick bit of bookkeeping, just in case it comes up. Do you guys have rations? Should we just say, like, I mean, you're in.
Yeah. You told it. I remember at one point you said, "Let's not get bogged down in semantics. You would have enough."
Well, yeah, I would hope they'll give us. I hope they'll give us some food for the journey.
Yeah. I mean, it's a day away. Let's say you've got 2 weeks worth of food in war rations from the king. You can give you 2 weeks worth of food for 8 people in a bear in a big pack, just in case. Yeah. Just say we're stocking up on food as well. Put it in the pack.
Yep.
But that's wartime rations. That's hard tack. That's like hard biscuits, jerky, things like that.
Yeah, I could have done create food and drink last night.
You can also do that. We forget Darrow and Eleanor can cast create food and water, so that's why we never really get worried about it, because they can cast a spell that does it in a pinch.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
No, it's got restrictions. I think, but it creates food and water. You can be nourished by a spell.
Yeah.
I mean, most people rule that it effectively creates something which is pretty blur. You know, it's edible and it's nourishing, but it doesn't taste particularly.
Some stale
wonderful.
bread and some bad flavourless stew or something.
Porridge.
Or some porridge. Aye.
Yeah. It's the 3rd level spell, and as I recall, does food for 1 person per level of caster.
And you're level 6, right?
Yeah, so to do 8 people plus a bear is the best part of 2 castings.
But Eleanor,
before I went to sleep last night, I had a glass of mushroom wine, so I shall knock that down to 3 glasses.
Celebrating
That's the best quality mushroom wine.
Now, did Kiara, I think we touched on it, but did Kiara give Snakey Nook that special present that she's been keeping?
She had given him one or two.
She gave him 1 or 2 of them. So you're just keeping them and just handed them one?
I'm pretty sure I hadn't handed him the whole pack. There was one time we were somewhere and I was like, he deserves it. And then I was like, oh, look what I found. I think.
But I don't have any at the moment. It's just the wine that's being carried on the bear. Okay. I've got 3 glasses left of really good stuff.
If Snake you could mention wanting to get his mushroom wine off the bear because he was going to have it, I'd have just been like, oh, do you know what, Stinky? Here you go, actually, because you've been fucking dead for ages. Here you go, son.
Here you go, son. You've been dead. Here's a cigar.
I stole these I've been sitting them for you, but I think you should just have them now.
I throw my hands around Kiara and thank her sincerely.
It's a welcome back to life present. Glad to have you back.
So now 7 potions.
Davos parents don't reappear?
No, they will. So, they did a spell, I can't remember if it's called Plane Shift or Plane something, but you move into a pocket of safe space in another plane for a while. So they were moving away Father Baron's body. They'll have come back and his body will be now being prepared to be interred for whatever you dwarves do. And that can be as much up to you as you want, Peter, as me. We can write that together. We've done the dwarves together from the start of this campaign. If you have any particular funeral rites in mind for the Church of Barrack Thram, happy for you to chip in with that, like.
I haven't really thought of anything.
Whatever it is, that's what's being done. They've come back and that's happening.
Davo will have a discussion with his parents, and as far as he's concerned, they are both his parents.
Yes. Just checking if I've got tokens still for them. 2 seconds. I may well have some tokens.
You pop it there. Karina Great Axe.
There you go.
Yeah. So Davo will
you'll get a chance to see your parents.
Yeah, we'll have a talk with them and say, yeah, you brought me up.
Yeah.
Well, thanking them or blaming them?
Of course it did. It was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and Davin's going to look at you with tears in his eye. You've always been my son. You've never been any less than than how I would treat my real son, Darrow. I've loved you like a father from the day you were born and before. Your father was my best friend, and your mother's a good woman, and it was my duty, of course. It was a sense of duty, and Father Barron insisted it was the right thing to do at the time. But look how you've grown up into a hero. You're a hero spoken of over this land, over these islands, and people know the name of Darrow Greataxe, and you make us very proud. And you've made the name Greataxe something special. And me and your mother were both very proud of you, son.
Thank you.
And your mother looks at you. Oh yeah, we're more than proud of you, Darrow. We're so glad you came back to save the city. These friends that came back with you, what heroes, what amazing heroes. Half of them not even dwarfs, and they come back to save us. What amazing people you've brought back, Darrow. That charisma, that's your father there. That's and she gives Darrow a wee nudge, Davin a wee nudge with the elbow. That's your father's charisma. That's not me. That comes from. She smiles.
I was just about to ask if Kiara would have had a chance to have spoke to Darrow's parents, because she would have wanted to have told them what an honour it had been to fight beside them, and how he had saved her life, and how even if he has a goody two shoes sometimes, that he's a good man, and that he should be very proud. They've raised not only a good man and a good person, but they've raised a hero.
Oh, and the tears are flowing. Oh, sweet girl, sweet elven girl. This is the most wonderful thing you can say. And these are dwarves. Like, tears are not a common thing for dwarves. They are not an emotional race. But the tears of happiness are flowing from both parents.
I'd hug her. She probably followed me. I'd hug her. Like, and best of all, he's my friend.
She kind of like hesitates a little bit. Like, it's unnatural for dwarves to hug like that. It's not the normal behaviour. But she'll hesitate, and then she will reciprocate. They're not dwarves that are not connected from the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Like, I live in the British Isles where we don't kiss people on the cheek when we greet. But if I'm in Europe and people are doing that, I know that we do that. So, like, a dwarf knows that other races like to hug. She knows what it is. She doesn't think you're attacking her, and she will reciprocate eventually. Yeah. Yeah, dwarves do hugs, I guess. I guess they'll hug their children and stuff. They're not a loveless race. Just hard.
Yeah. Tough people. Yeah. But now we must go battle.
Darrow.
Then I would go off, start getting myself ready.
Yeah.
Darrow, you will be back. We will see you again. You will bring back the holy axe of Barathrum. We know you will. This is why Barathrum called you back. I know it is.
I'm just wanting to confirm, but in my dream, Barathrum did take the form of Davin, didn't he?
Yes. Well, he half had his face, half had Baraktrum's face, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There was some confusion. There was some crossover of the two.
Yeah. So I say so.
You tell them about that in your dream?
Yeah.
Barathrum is a father to all of us, Darrow. He's a father figure for all dwarfs. And for all the good races. For the humans and the elves too. For Barathrum was a war hero. And that's why he's a god. Barathrum would be seen as a father in anyone's dream, but it makes sense that Barathrum you would see my face. I'm the man that raised you, and Barathrum is the father of us. He's our protector, of course. It makes sense. It's symbolism. It makes sense. These kind of dreams are full of symbolism. It's up to you how you interpret it, Darrow.
Yeah.
But Barathrum talks to you. It's true. You are a true champion, a true hero of Barathrum. You're a vessel of his might.
Yes, only because you taught me.
You were a good student. Studious, smart. It was great to teach you. You've made us so proud. But the city is crumbling, Darrow. And I also want to, so you slept last night, right? Let's say you had a little bit of a dream, but it's a little bit hazy, Darrow. But Barathram maybe didn't speak to you, but in your dream you saw the Slayer, this Durgar, huge, size of a hill giant, they say, towering above all these dwarves and drow, swinging, and you see the axe of Barathram, and it's beheading all these dwarves, and you see a third-person view, you're up and behind, and you see you, and you are heading beeline for him, and you see your party behind you, Kiara, Snenkinuk, Andy Makar, the Battle Brothers, Eleonora, and the Bear. And Rogor is in the dream as well, and you're making a beeline for him. But that's it, that's as much dream as you get. But in the dream, between you and him, there is an army of Nurgle. There's an army of them. There's hundreds. Yeah. But you're making a beeline straight for him in the dream. So you get a little bit of a dream about something. No direct words from Barathram or anything, but it's related.
Okay.
Whether it's prophetic or not is up to you.
Ooh, let's go.
Are we leaving Rockhome?
Let's go.
Well, it'll have to be a lot tougher to get through that number of rounds.
Yeah, we're still on.
Given that we're fighting drought, can I have a couple of bags of flour, please?
Bags of flour? No problem. They'll have flour.
I shall add them to my list.
Are we leaving Rockhome? Are we going out on a mission underground?
What's the flour for?
Well, drow like to kind of turn themselves invisible, and if they've turned themselves invisible and you chuck flour over them, they've got to cast another invisibility to make the flour invisible.
Remember that spell that you failed to learn, the glitter dust or whatever. It's a poor man's version of that, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they could turn invisible.
Right, guys.
They're wizards like you.
Yeah.
Are you ready for your GM to monologue a little bit as you leave Rockhome?
Yeah.
Okay, leaving Rockhome is an experience. I've wrote it down, so I'm reading it. Leaving Rockhome is an experience filled with a mix of emotions and anticipation. As you depart the sturdy gates of the Undermountain stronghold, the echoes of hammering and the clang of metal slowly fade into the distance. The crisp, clean air of the upper levels giving way to a heavier, more humid atmosphere as you descend deeper into the earth. You travel all day. The journey downwards is marked by a gradual transition in the architecture and surroundings. The orderly, practical designs of the dwarven tunnels are giving way now to rougher, more natural caverns. Torchlight still flickers against the uneven walls, casting the eerie shadows that dance across the stone. Now with each step, the air grows heavier. Tinged with the scent of a damp earth and minerals, the temperature drops slightly and you feel the weight of the earth pressing in around you. As you delve deeper, the passages become narrower and more treacherous, winding their way through labyrinthine twists and turns. The darkness seems to close in, enveloping you in its embrace. Eventually, after what feels like an eternity of descent, you reach the threshold of the Underdark. The transition is palpable. The air grows colder, the darkness more oppressive. Strange, otherworldly sounds echo through the caverns, hinting at the dangers that lie ahead. Stepping into the Underdark is like entering another realm entirely. The landscape is alien and forbidding, with strange fungi clinging to the walls and eerie phosphorescent moss carpeting the ground. The tunnels stretch out before you, twisting and turning into the unknown depths. Now, as you guys explore, Sninky Nook is ahead, right? A little bit always?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna...
I assume we were given a map.
Yes, you've got a map. I will move you back onto the underground map for a minute. And then I'm going to move you to a new one. So you are here. And you're travelling. Which way do you want to go, actually? That one's the shorter route.
short route, obviously, according to Darrow.
So that's where you're going, right? I'm now going to move you to another map. You should be on an Underdark map. Yeah?
We can see an area of the Underdark, but I can't see any figures.
Yeah, I've not moved any tokens onto it yet. So you can pull,
right, fine.
you can pull your own tokens across as I read another little bit of monologue, okay?
No, you can do it from...
You can do it from if you pull the name over from the right-hand side. So, this subterranean chamber is bathed in an otherworldly glow. And I'll put the lighting on that you can see in a second. This subterranean chamber is bathed in an otherworldly glow, emanating from an array of radiant crystals and luminescent mushrooms that stud the jagged walls and rocky crevices. As you step into this mesmerizing realm, the air grows thick with a faint, sweet scent, carried on gentle currents that waft through the cavern. The soft luminescence of the glowing crystals casts shifting patterns of light across the uneven floor, illuminating the intricate formations of stalagmites and stalactites that seem frozen in time. Clusters of mushrooms, their caps aglow with a ghostly radiance, sprout from every available surface, casting a surreal hue of greens, blues, and purples upon the surroundings. Their delicate bioluminescence pulses rhythmically, creating an almost hypnotic effect that seems to draw you deeper into the heart of the cavern. Above, the ceiling stretches high into the darkness, adorned with clusters of crystals that hang like glittering chandeliers, casting shimmering reflections upon the walls below. This cavern seems to echo with a soft, melodic hum, as if the very stones themselves resonate with the energy of the earth. Now, you've pulled almost everybody across. We'll pull the rest across, and then I'm going to open up the map and read a little bit more for you. So there's Eleonora. Who else do we not have? Chiara and Charlemagne.
And the bear.
Okay. Now, what's your vision? In fact, this thing's all lit up. So I'm gonna just give you visibility for the whole room, I think, because it's all lit up with bioluminescent crystals and moss. So let me just get my reveal map thing. Reveal areas.
And the party order, we've got sneaky new.
Yeah, move yourselves into your normal order as well while I'm doing this.
And it'll be the two brothers. Well, how wide is it? Is it 10 foot wide or what?
I think so, yeah.
So if it's 10 foot wide, we have the two brothers in the front.
Were those supposed to be on the DM's layer?
No. You can see them all. I'm going to read a description in a second. You obviously you're a little further back, so you're not like right next to them like that. But I'm just putting the things that you're going to see on a map in front of you, and then I'll do a description, so you can see what you can see. But let me describe the scene in a second once I've just opened up the whole map, because the whole thing is lit, so you can see this whole cavern. So I'm just going to expose the whole map.
I think we've all got infravision anyway, so we can see.
It's brightly lit. These crystals are brightly lit. Brightly lit, the cavern. So you should see the whole thing now, and you can see a load of tokens around it. So let me do the little descriptive bit first. Okay. So, despite the beauty that surrounds you, there is an undeniable sense of foreboding that hangs in the air, a reminder of the perilous nature of the Underdark. You see Drow, Sninkinuk, draped in their ominous silk robes and bearing the insignia of their noble houses, overseeing the labour of the diminutive Snurfneblin slaves with cold, calculating eyes. These enslaved deep gnomes, shackled and burdened with heavy chains, toil tirelessly under the relentless gaze of their merciless overlords. Forced into the perilous depths of the cavern, these Snurfneblin slaves are being tasked with extracting the precious glowing crystals that are littering the rocky terrain. With their pickaxes and hammers in hand, they chip away at the unforgiving stone, their weary bodies bent with exhaustion and despair, and obviously bruised from abuse from their slave masters. The air hangs heavy with the acrid scent of sweat and fear, mingling with a faint sweet aroma of the glowing mushrooms that dot the cavern walls. The soft illumination from the crystals casts twisted shadows upon the scene, creating an eerie tableau of suffering and servitude. The drow overseers, with their cruel whips and barbed tongues, drive the Snurfneblin slaves relentlessly, pushing them beyond the limits of endurance with their greed. Any sign of weakness is met with swift and brutal punishment, ensuring compliance through fear and intimidation. Amidst the oppressive atmosphere of oppression and despair, the cavern echoes with the anguished cries of the enslaved deep gnomes, a haunting chorus that reverberates throughout the darkness, a grim reminder of the merciless grip of drow tyranny in the depths of the Underdark. So, you see this from a distance. You are not that close, but
I sneak back to the boss. Those bastards have enslaved my kin.
You got to look at that.
I will describe what I've seen.
So you see this bioluminescent cave full of Snurfneblin slaves, mining with pickaxes and hammers, these glowing crystals, and you see drow and Durgar and Slinky Nook. You spotted them as well, steeders, just like earlier the Durgar had with them before. In fact, you never saw the steeders before, Slinky Nook, because you were dead at that point, actually. You were dead. You were dead. So, aye, Slinky Nook reports that back to you. That's the scene. You can see it all, eh?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what I can't easily do is be sure exactly, apart from, I've seen these little things here are the gnomes.
These fellas. Yeah.
And I'm not getting an emanating circle.
Like there's 3 there.
Yes, so there's three down here.
3 there. There's 3 more. 6 down here.
You can actually put a background colour on them.
Can you?
Yeah. If you look on the thing for the token, you should see that you've got the option of where is it?
Tint colour.
Not the aura. There's the tint colour. You can give it a tint colour. So if you put a tint colour on all the Snurfneblin, then they're the ones that are the slaves.
Well, you can see him down there that I've put it on, and you can see the rest of them. Sorry, Peter. This map will be terrible for your colour blindness. I do apologise, mate.
Yeah.
The colour of those Snurfneblin again. In fact, let me just, because I'm a bad friend. I know you're colourblind. I'm sorry. Let me just put a tint on all these Snurfneblin for you, mate. So you can see them.
The other option would just be to put a kind of a little aura. If you put a kind of 1 foot aura around them, then there'll be a circle around them, so they'll very obviously stand out.
Yeah. Are you seeing them now, Peter?
Yeah, I can see them. It was more obviously I'm most interested in bashing Durgar.
Yeah. So They are located scattered around the edges of the cavern. So there's a group of 3 there, Peter. There's a group of 3 there.
Yes.
There's a group of 3 there. So it should be shift pinging.
Yeah.
There's a group of 3 here. Another group of 3 here. And then 2 groups of 3 here. So there's 18 of them total.
I think I can see a bunch of enemies lined up in a 10-foot wide row.
They're beautifully lined up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are not Snurfneblin, are they?
No, those are Durgar.
Right. So a lightning bolt kind of carefully lined up like here should
do a lot of damage.
Do some nice things.
Yeah. Or another one here as well.
Yeah.
That's going to do some serious things as well. So, Slinky Nook gets a scout view of this. You've got this and been able to get back. So you guys now have tactical being. You know that they're there, and you can think about how you're going to approach this.
Well, what I'd suggest is that I sneak ahead and position myself off here, and the rest of you kind of then charge in, and you just head into the cave. I'll try and take these 2 out, and then come round the corner. What do you reckon?
A lightning bolt over here seems the obvious thing to do.
The sensible thing would be to approach to here, to the edge of the cavern, fire off a lightning bolt, and then the Battle Brothers can charge in with the rest of you kind of following up.
So we fire a lightning bolt as in like in this direction. Oh wait, why is it doing that instead of a line? Sorry. So it goes like this, and then lightning like bolts. Boom, 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 boom through there. Or
now there's a lot you can do with lightning bolts because you've got. Oh shit! I did not mean to draw a line. I'm going to have to delete that now.
Yeah, sorry, I know I was trying to do shit on the map as well, so I didn't even know if any of you could see it.
Well, no. If I go up into this corner here, and if I sneak up there, I can then try and take them out as you're coming into the cave. So at the edge of the cave, you can lightning bolt, and I try and take them out from behind.
There's all sorts of interest in lightning bolts.
The lightning bolt are the steeders, as far as I'm concerned, because they've got the poison and they're not magic resistant, as far as I know.
You guys have fought them before, so in meta terms, they've got a lot more hit points.
Yeah, so lightning bolt down there would be the priority.
Aye, and then
potential
one, another one up there. Yeah. You could do.
That would be 2 lightning bolts with leaders.
Well, what side do you take in, Adamanka?
You take the high road, you take the low road, or vice versa?
Yeah, if we think we can sneak in there without being seen.
Mm-hmm.
I've got lightning bolt. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but
they'll start moving around, won't they?
Yeah. So the thing is, when you do actually come to here where you are on the map, they will see you. You're not there yet. You have them so you can think tactics.
Yeah, we'll still have to wait for initiative.
We'll do initiative. This is just to think tactics and how you're going in.
Basically, the most dangerous things there are the speeders.
We probably want Kiara to get them then.
Kiara's lightning bolt does do more damage, yeah.
Yeah, Kiara's damage does the most... lightning does the most damage.
It just went up a dice as well, didn't it?
Oh, yes.
Also, I get 4 off on a magic missile, so it's hard for me to pass up doing that. Like,
nah, when you've got a line of enemies like that, you can do 10 times more damage with a lightning bolt than you can with magic missile.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Start off with a lightning bolt.
Take the stragglers out with the magic missile. Yeah. Save that for the stragglers. Yeah. If he's still standing, whip a magic missile into him. That's what you do with bad lightning bolt and magic missile in this situation, anyway.
Yeah, but basically, because from the battle on the approach to the city, the one casualty was poisoned by these creatures.
The speeders are the toughest. Right.
Hmm?
So the speeders are the toughest things that we should take out first. Yep. Fine. Well, I suggest that you would kind of range yourselves to kind of sneak as quiet as you can to the edge until you can kind of get a view of that area, and then you can, once you can see that area, then you can fire off a lightning bolt in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sneak as quietly as you can on. I will position myself up in this corner, to the north of the map, behind those 2, ready to try and take those 2 out as soon as you let the spell off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to have any blesses, prayers, that kind of thing?
I won't. If you let the prayers off at the same and blesses and prayers off at the same time as the lightning bolts are triggered, I'll be outside the range, I think. That doesn't matter.
What's the distance? So where you? Let's check.
If I position myself up here.
So they have an effect of less. Just trying to spot where I've hit my player's handbook. Because it had quite a large area.
A lot of interest. What does
I did some moving by mistake.
Well, if you assume that everybody's here, when you get to the point you can see the start of the lightning bolts.
Yeah.
That would be it would be about the center of your bless radius. So I would be about 50 foot away.
Why can't you do it now?
I'm trying to spot the...
Wait, what was that, Kiara?
Why can you not do it now? Well, we're all together.
Because bless runs out quite quickly.
It's around a level. Sorry, it's 6 rounds and prayer is around a level. So they both run out quite quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to put a token on that. Okay. So.
You want us to roll there or not?
You can if you want, if you know what you're going to be doing. I'm rolling these ready.
Okay, I will roll initiative for the 3 that I'm looking after. So, matter of interest, what have you said that the blue circles count as on the tokens?
Theco.
Ah, Theco. Right, fine.
Yeah. Red is armor class, blue is Theco, green is hit points.
Yeah.
Jolly good.
As I can't see where my player's handbook is, I'm looking for purple worm.
Now I've just got the steeders to roll for, and I'm done for my initiatives.
How it don't matter. How long a battle do you think this would be?
We'll not finish this fight tonight. If we even get into it, we'll do 1 round.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, there's no way in half an hour.
No.
And then also I was looking at them, and that's why I was like, never mind, because I was like, we could take them.
Yeah, listen, we might even just get initiative rolled in tonight's session. It might be kicking off the battle in the next session. So,
Bless does a 50-foot cube.
Yep.
So do I add the speed of my second weapon to the first?
For your second attack, aye. So I need to add a second attack for you?
Yes, please.
Is somebody doing a Barracram's blessing? Is that what you're doing, or just an ordinary bless?
That would be a Barracram's blessing.
Is Eleanor doing a prayer?
And I'm looking at the details for prayer and what its range and area effect are. So it's 50-foot cube for the one.
Oh damn! Rolled the wrong thing.
And the prayer is 60-foot radius, range 0. So
Olgrim.
So we could.
Oh, everybody just froze.
Will be in the prayer and not in the blessed.
Who's not? Sorry, my Discord froze for a second. Who's not in the? Who's in the prayer and not in the bless? Sneaking only.
Sneaking was talking about going 50 feet off.
Yeah.
So in that case, he'll be in the prayer, which is 60-foot radius, but not in the bless, which is a 50-foot cube.
Okay.
Where's Fargrim gone? There's Fargrim.
And the advice is not to move until I finish doing the Barracram's blessing.
Yeah. I'm just moving you a little bit because you're not actually showing on my display.
What I mean is not to get into melee until
you've done it.
So the Barracram's blessing is D10 plus 1.
Yep. Eleanor's gone a 13. Kiara, did you roll for lightning bolt? Aye. Juicy.
So can you add Darrow to the thing and then I can roll D10 plus 1?
Yep. Here we go.
There's the die. So the D10.
Decent.
Is 4,
So 5.
so I'm on the 5.
Okay. Any with stragglers? The bear?
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
Charlemagne, yep.
Nice.
You need to add Charlemagne.
Oh, I don't need to add them, so she can roll it from the sheet.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Have I done the right thing, though?
Nice roll. I think you forgot to click his token because he's not come up, but... Oh no, he's there, yeah, you've done it. Aye, he's there, he's there. Nice roll. Is that everybody?
Not roll. And the lad will be told.
Oh, the lad.
Don't get near the spiders and don't get a long way from other people. Your main task. You've got worse armor than other people.
Stay close to me, lad.
Your main task is to cure.
Have you warned him, and you've told him to stay out of Kiara's way as well? You warned him about that. Stay out of Kiara's line of fire.
Yeah, don't get caught in that.
And when we kill them, just move them off into the rocks somewhere, rather than delete them, because that keeps
so
them
we
on
can
the
count them better. It'd be
no, it's not you count them. It keeps their initiative on the turn tracker.
It does,
if you remember,
that's right.
If you delete them.
Well, I wrote them down. I wrote the initiatives down for that reason. But yeah, that's right. If we just move them off to the side.
So the lad's instruction is to be behind the main warriors ready to cure them.
Right. Well, shall we set up the order of the party here?
Yeah.
But they're set up here, but they will actually be further off.
Coming in behind, yes, that's fine. Now, we are at about 20 minutes for the end of the session, so we're not going to get into the first round of battle, so just take your time to do tactics, and that'll be it.
So that'll be Fargrim and Algrim at the front, presumably with Darrow behind them.
Yeah, Darrow behind.
Andamakar and Kiara need to be right behind them, ready to do the lightning bolts.
Yes.
But did we decide what side we were going on? Did we say because my one was more powerful that I could go this top end and get the straight line on the two of them? Yeah.
The thing is,
that's Kiara.
If you come down here, you've got a straight line on two of them as well.
Well, but you only need to be able to see the starting point for the lightning bolt. You don't need to see the whole.
It's only 40
route.
feet. It only goes 40 feet though, doesn't it? So I don't think you're getting all of them.
Yes.
So
it's 40 feet or 80 feet.
Oh yeah, you could do a thinner one for 80 feet.
But, I mean, I can get.
You can get all of them with a 40.
Down. I can get these ones here, can't I? If I do that.
Well, we swap sides. We'll still be behind them, but we'll swap.
Yeah, if you do the north, then Kiara and lightning bolt that little lot.
Yeah.
And Andamakar does the south, and lightning bolts that little lot.
Yeah. However many of them I can sensibly get. If I can't, I probably can't get that one. But if I can get that one, and as far as I can get in this direction.
So if you move your character up behind Olgrim, Andamakar, if you move up behind Olgrim, and if Darrow is between Kiara and Andamakar, so when you bless, you're blessed. You're in the center for blessing everybody.
Yeah.
So if you put yourself between Kiara and Andamakar.
And I have moved him.
Yeah, like
that. Eleonora probably wants to be fairly central, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Or
Eleonora behind Darrow.
She wants to be close enough that she gets a much bigger area anyway, doesn't she?
Right. Now,
he gets a bigger area and it's centered on her.
Now, would the bear be behind you, Kiara?
Isn't actually centered on him. He just...
but is he then getting in the way of Stinky Nook?
No.
No. Stinky Nook's off by himself. But don't forget, this is coming up this passageway behind us.
Yeah,
so you can't go too wide.
Here. Yeah, sorry, my bad. That's right.
Yeah. So Brulgar, it has to be next to Eleonora and behind Andermakar. Yep.
Yeah.
Just there. So Charlemagne needs to come down a bit and is there behind Kiara.
So that's the starting position.
Starting position.
So when initiative, when it goes off, we've rolled initiative. So when we start in a fortnight, we go from there with Sninky starting us off, right?
No.
Yeah.
Sninky is holding until the lightning bolt goes off because effectively, hopefully, the lightning bolts will be a surprise round. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, because if you guys are going to get that close, there'll be no surprise round for either. I'm going to disregard surprise rolls for either side. Yeah. Like if we're starting from there. Oh, if you're starting from there.
No, we're starting back there.
Right, okay. So I'll probably will do a surprise roll then for them.
Yep.
Do that now. We've got time to do that now.
Yep.
Like, what's this surprise? It's 1d10, isn't it? And then we can work it out from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's surprise, isn't it?
I don't think that is surprised for them, is it?
No, it's how you want to roll, isn't it? Yeah. It's how you want to roll.
You want a low roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, I'm probably going first because I notice them reacting to the party coming up, and so I will take my actions first.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll start there in a fortnight. So that'll be
okay.
So a little bit of a cliffhanger. So tonight's session was, first half was bookkeeping, second half was battle tactics. But next session in a fortnight, shit's gonna hit the fan. We slaughter the drow. Shit's gonna hit the fan. You slaughter the drow or I slaughter you. One or the other. The shit is gonna go down.